Yo guys, this is your man BUBBA here. How's everybody doing today? I can feel a bit of switch of sentiment in the deep chat. I hope you guys are not stressing yourself too much because not that much is happening yet. So let's start diving in to these charts today. So now it's 5 p.m. here. Wall Street opens at 3:30 in my time zone, so we are 1 hour and a half into New York session, and today is Monday, the first day of the week for trading sessions in Wall Street and all over the financial markets. And so far, what we can see, this is the BTC 1 hour chart now. I have just one indicator on, it's the fair value gap. So far, we have from here, this is the opening candle. Well, actually better to put it 30 minutes, so it's easier. And this candle in here, it's the opening candle since Wall Street trading session. So far, it barely moved because we are ranging, since Wall Street opening, we are ranging between 64K and 63.7 with a couple of weeks, just quick liquidity grabs, a bit maybe of profit taking, the risking, maybe this one just at the opening, like often happens during the first session of the week. But
Hello, Baba.
I'm sorry, what was that? All right, nothing. So, guys, this is my chart where I have highlighted all the unswept highs since the previous all-time high. Who remembers my chart from a past session? We had quite some other highs that we swept, and we actually right now we arrived on exactly that zone I was pointing out. That was this zone here that I was waiting for being swept this time. I was telling about this zone, this high to be swept. I was waiting since we were probably 56K or something like that. So right now we are there. We went there, we went also a bit higher than expected or than needed for a potential reversal. But meanwhile, we had quite some good news coming during the past few days, past couple of weeks. We had the Federal Reserve Bank cutting 50 basis point the interest rates. China Federal Bank followed with other 50 basis point. Europe did same a week before the Fed of 25 basis point, but they started earlier. Now, what we had is the first moment of the year where there is quite some bullish signs of quantitative easing. Quantitative easing is that basically can't hear ya. The fuck? Bubba trading. I can hear you. Panda one.
Ma che cazzo, what are you
Oh,
saying?
oh, vaffanculo.
Sorry for interrupting you.
No worries, bro. No worries. You can. You are the only one who can.
Now I'm gonna fuck off to my regu. Enjoy the VC, guys.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you, man. Good work. So right now, guys, I was saying that basically we have these bullish catalysts because on the horizon we can see a bit of quantitative easing coming soon. Quantitative easing means that basically they're gonna restart printing money pretty hard. And we see from the M2 money supply line, I don't have the chart in here, but you can find it with a quick Google search, that the M2 money supply means it's all the fiat currencies in the world together put on a chart, and the moment goes higher, means there is more fiat currency, more money available on the market. And normally this is completely 100% stick to the markets, both crypto and traditional markets. The more the money that are available, the more the investors gonna invest on risk on assets. Also because when the money costs less to be loaned, this means that it's easier for an investor to risk, because like when we were after COVID, we had basically zero interest rates. So you were borrowing money for free with almost no interest. And this makes easier to borrow money just to invest, because any kind of asset is gonna perform better than zero normally on average. So even though even like bonds, American Federal Reserve bonds, or Italian ones, or French ones, or Japanese ones, they all give a little interest. So you borrow money, zero interest, and you park into very stable financial assets, and you earn the spread, the difference between the interest you're paying for the loan and what you get paid for investing in that asset. So if we're gonna go back towards that kind of situation, market's gonna skyrocket, but you are not there yet. So the BTC chart in here, it's always the same. We can now pull a new Fibonacci. This can take it out. The last Fibonacci I pulled was from this range in here, previous top, here, local bottom, here, and we see that the 1618 was at 72k. It's almost the all-time high. We are not there yet. We now probably gonna go and retest the 62.3, 61.9 zone, because there is this 0786 fib in that zone. But the fib I want to pull now is to watch for a potential downside. And is this. And again, with this movement from the last local bottom to the local top, look exactly in here where first time price reacted. After this downside, boom, 0236 fib. There is always some fib confluence with these movements. So this could have been a scalp long, quick one, and I think it's exactly where Fred called the BTC long. Very risky, he mentioned, but I think it's exactly this here. And here, as you can see, I said I have the fair value gap indicator, and we already have on the 4 hour, we have a couple of fair value gaps that they might get filled pretty quickly before maybe going down or following up. I don't know what to expect, to be honest, because we are exactly in the potential reversal zone I was mentioning, and now we need to see with other metrics, like I'm gonna go on Velo data right now. This is 1 min, and see how those metrics are going right now. This is the previous high at 65k. We swept it, and we see from there, we basically, last time we were at 65k, OI open interest was around 188k coins. Right now we are higher. Yes, we reached twice the over 200k coins. So this means it's quite high OI, open interest. We have in here the funding rate that is positive. But difference with the previous zone in here is that the spot cumulative delta, the blue line from Coinbase, that is the most important one for me, kept buying, consistently accumulating. And this is a very positive thing for me. because this means that, I repeat again, in a simplistic dualistic way, I see Coinbase as institutions and Binance as retail, because the ETFs are based on Coinbase. So if retail is spot selling, and here Coinbase institutions keep accumulating, this is the classic move that I want to see for upside, for a potential upside, because institutions, they are the market makers, they are the one who drive the price, and if they see retail it's selling and they are the only one accumulating, it's easy, they're gonna keep pushing the price higher. And you can see from this point here, we had spot Binance selling with this drop from 56 till 52, and Coinbase just accumulating strongly all the way up. So those metrics right now says that, okay, we should cool down a little bit the OI, but it's not that strictly necessary, because if you watch on a different point, we see that OI, all the range of the 24 to 28k, OI kept increasing. It just had a quick flush and then it jumped to 35k, the price. Quick flush and keeps increasing, and was even higher than we are now. So it's not that when OI it's overheated, we had to flush it one way or the other, because we can also flush it going up. On the higher zone, if we break the 70k, there is plenty of open interest waiting there. All the shorts that started from this high 69, this at 71, this at 72, and that all-time high, there is plenty of liquidity in there, and we can see it easily from coin glass liquidation heat map. Yeah. Here the monthly chart, we see that all this in here, but if I go bigger with the 3 months, there is plenty of juice here. This is 71, no, better the 6 months now then. This 72.3 around, it's the zone where we have a really big short squeeze that will happen if and when we're gonna get there. Of course, if short sellers they're not gonna close before their positions, and this chart shows that probably that's the nearest big chunk of liquidity on the medium term. That's why I have a big confluence with Fred saying that mid time frame we are bullish, we are super bullish. Also because, let's go back on the chart. In here we have Fib can go. We have, this is the trend line that also Fred pulled. We just broke it down a little bit, but this is an order block. It's also quite an important order block, because we have been trading inside this range since 20 September. And I'm pretty sure that if I go back in time, has even more confluence. Has been the first stop on the big rise we had in February. So right now we are retesting this box. We have to see how price reacts in here before making any other potential long or short. I would, in case I was looking for a long, in this case, I would love to see something like this. couple of retests, retest of the previous high, and shooting higher. In case of a short entry for me in here, that's what I want to see. A retest and going down. So the entries would be in here for the long, having a good reaction now, going retesting again, show strength in here, and that's a good long from my point of view. Can be a little bit lower, of course, inside this order block, or for the bearish scenario for the short, I wanna see the order block that goes breakdown, retested somewhere in here, a bit higher inside the order block, but not over the order block, and here could be a good short entry. Invalidation of the short would be stop loss over 66k, maybe a candle closure of 4-hour candle closure above 66k, or if you want to play tighter, just above the order block, but it's a lot riskier in case. But those are not, of course, are not calls I'm making, because I wait and I entry upon triggers. Those are potential triggers I could be following. Sometimes there is not even the time to say, guys, this one, because it's going pretty fast. So right now we are in middle of nowhere. We are retesting this order block. We need to see reaction, if volumes kicks in or not. And I would really follow Fred's advice of staying almost flat, keep the longs that we opened in this zone and in this zone. I mean, Fred, this session, he really killed the game, because 8 August, he started opening longs. Here, look at this, guys. Here, he started opening longs. It's simply amazing. Unbelievable, the guy, how good this is. So, now let's go a bit on ETH, that is this lagging bastard. But oh, nice. There is still a fib pulled in here, and it went through, retested 1618. Nice, this one. I didn't remember I had this chart in here. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, because if if Ethereum stays above 2594, so 2.6k ish, if stays above there, it's super bullish. The moment we start closing under 2550 or lower, where is this purple order block in here, there may be some moment to starting getting worried, but we are not there yet. And price action of ETH has been boring as fuck. There is this channel, a very big channel, that somebody can call it a bull flag, somebody else call it downtrend, but we are talking about the same. And we are actually just retesting the mid-range. We break above and retesting the mid-range. Normally, it's a good sign of continuation, but we still just few hours in. Now it's 20 minutes past 5, so we're just 2 hours in New York session, so we cannot talk too early. Solana has this big fair value gap in here. This is the chart I showed on the previous WC, and exactly we retested again the fib of the whole range we are trading since months, the 0.5. There was an order block, we went through the order block, and right now we are testing the bottom of the order block. So basically nothing changed on Solana. The only thing that there is still this quite big fair value gap in here that I was waiting to be filled to call a long, but I don't know if it's gonna happen soon, actually. But if it's gonna happen, this is a good long zone from my point of view. also because there is the confluence of the 0236 fib level of the whole entire range, apart from this week, but this is a capitulation. I don't consider this a real price action. It's a really big capitulation, very big week. And this is basically, guys, what I'm expecting a little bit from the previous one. I'm waiting. I don't know what to really expect, but in case this happens, this is a good long for me. Same for BTC. Everything coming from 62.6 or lower, 59.5, or this zone, for me, it's a good buy deep, because we just switched trend. From making low the new all-time high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, equal low, and a higher high now. So we are switching trend. Normally, what we can expect having a higher low could be from here, could be from here, all the way down here. That's, let's say, the most probable thing that we could see, at least as a reaction. But I cannot see exactly from this price action where this bouncing zone could be. Zero Fox, I lighten the 62.6, and I tend to believe in what Zero says, because the guy is really, really good. This is it, basically, from BTC, Ethereum, and Sol. We can find some confluence in here, but I need this other one, probably. Just a moment. Here. So this is also from the previous BUSI. It's USDT dominance. This was my prediction of the dominance, and it went exactly where I was expecting to go. I'm gonna put a bit bigger so you can see here where this trend line comes. Trend line has been tested, it bounced back. Now we are again on the same order block in here on the 4 hour. Says we just retested in a bearish way. I'm probably also here expecting that we might retest it again, but this trend line should be touched again from my point of view. Or the other scenario in here could be a big selling from the coins, and in case this happen, and then we can expect quite a big downside from altcoins all over the market. But I think the bearish scenario on this, it's more probable. So we still have a little pump at least to do on the overall market. BTC dominance. This is a chart I done probably was 2 years ago, something like that. And I said already a couple of times, this is my top and reverse zone for starting an alt season, but this is a conditional zone, and this means that this has value only and if BTC goes over and makes a new all-time high, and we are with the BTC point D still in this zone, I can expect from this upper line in here, that is trend line important one from here, that gets a reversal and shoots down, and gonna have the alt season that everybody is still waiting for, the real one, not we getting these days that yes, we had a couple of coins doing 2x, 3x, but who knows what altcoin means, knows that 2x is nothing. 2x we can do it every other week, 2 or 3 x's per coin. So this is most of what I wanted to show today. I'm gonna show again in here, let's see, spaghetti chart, how it's going. Now Charlie switched it for a 4 hour time frame. Let's see if updating. So this is on a 4 hour time frame. The past few days we had quite some outperformers like Bonk, previous UC, I was totally wrong saying that I didn't like it, because at the point I didn't like it, but this is the best performer of the week basically. But I did a call on Pepe, and here we are. I was playing with, I didn't make a proper call on with, but I played with more than once in the last couple of weeks, and it's been super profitable for me. I did a quick call on Doji. Doji started pretty good. It's retracing. I don't understand why, as all the sheep here, banana, we have Pepe, Bonk, Mog, all the, also Popcat did a quite very good run. So all the meme coins are performing pretty well. I don't understand why Doji is lagging so behind. But let's see, maybe from here. This was the call I made with the position. This was my first call in here, and it went pretty good. From there, I got a plus 24%. And this was the second entry that I provided, probably around here, even though on the chart I displayed in a different way. And it had just a 6% run. I said that if 014 is gonna hold, and then it's gonna fly. And why that zone? Because of this. There is an order block in there, and it was twice a very strong bouncing zone in the past. That's why I was waiting and hoping, but I'm in since lower, so I'm still 12.5% spot on profit. So totally easy and fine for me. Now, do you guys have any question about what we talked so far? Any request of charts? Any question about, I don't know, risk management, position sizing, anything? Just please let me know on the chat. Gonna drink some water meanwhile. Yeah, go for it, man. You can talk, Zero.
Two things. Number one, I was considering putting a short in on Pepe. So if we could maybe look at that, and then also your opinion on Powell speaking today in about 2.5 hours.
Probably it's gonna be a bullshit speak like it was a few days ago. We have it was just 2.5 or 2:45 2 and 45 seconds speech where he basically didn't say anything for real. So I'm not expecting big things. Also because today investing, let's see here. Today we have big data, just the Chicago PMI, and it went slightly higher than expected, so this is good. The Dallas Fed MFG Business Index, it was not so good, but it's 1 star, so not even that important. We have the 3-month and the 6-month bill auction. It's nothing special, and this is just because it's Powell speaking. It's 3 stars in here, but I'm not expecting big things here. Just confirmation that they are doing a good job. We're gonna probably keep going on this direction, but we're gonna react as usual to data, and let's see what's gonna go. The next FOMC we're gonna see, we're gonna act according to data. And so far market reacted good, so it's gonna be like that kind of talk, I guess. Pepe, short on Pepe. The call I did on Pepe was based on near fractal that was exactly the same, and was this one here. That was this compressive channel on the upside down, and breakout, and it shoot pretty hard. This was a 40% move for the one who catched it from the beginning. A short on this, yes, a short. It can be a smart thing because
if that's our company motto nowadays. If you're not hard, then how do I expect you to go hard at work? I don't expect the marketing team to create outstanding work if they're not having nighttime erection. Flaccid is weak. Flaccid is weak. If that's our company motto nowadays. If you're not hard, then how do I expect you to go hard at work? I don't expect the marketing team to create outstanding work if they're not having nighttime erection.
I want to join Chitoshi's company. Are you hiring?
I didn't understand exactly what you mean, Jitoshi.
I think he's.
Oh, sorry. I'm watching that fucking video from. I didn't know I was unmuted.
Ah, okay. No, because I was trying to understand, but it was okay. So it was not referred to this. Fine, no worries, bro.
Well, Pepe does get the,
Yeah, Pepe here. You see, this it's the fair value gap indicator. Is marking a very big fair value gap. So this all depends on what Bitcoins wanna do, because if a Bitcoin wants to keep going higher, Pepe is gonna find strength to keep going higher. Also, we are in the middle of this order block in here, and this means that if we keep like in this range holding, we can keep going towards the next order block. And still my TP2 on Pepe has not been hit yet, because I'm expecting to hit this previous high in here. This we blasted completely through like was nothing, and then I'm expecting to get maybe a retest in here and going towards this other order block. At least zero. It was conservative with take profit on Pepe, but this zone are still expecting to be touched, because this is same fractal of near, probably this chart, yes, and near is having more or less the same situation. This previous high shot through, now went kind of retesting that week, and near it's an AI coin. AI coins are getting a lot of strength because also of Tau, that is the strongest AI coin, that is also shielded by Elon Musk. So I'm expecting also here the take profit, the order block, upper order block has not been touched yet. So I'm expecting continuation for this kind of coins, and we can see from the total market cap, this is order blocking here with an important support resistance. We went higher, but we didn't touch the other resistance, and we are retesting basically order block. Total 2, this is the same. Total 3, it's the same. So charts look bullish. Like Fred is saying, charts, they look really bullish on different kind of time frames, market structure breaks, like, wait, in here I have another, here, this one. This is a chart that I posted probably a month ago, 2 months ago, something like this. And I was marking here, closing above here on a daily basis, we're gonna have a market structure break. And the next targets should be 660 billions, 714, but the real target is this one. We might go down and retest a bit lower, and this would mean a 5 to 7% lower overall the total 3, but it's nothing against what we just did. It's a plus 25%. So a little correction, it's also healthy for a good price action that wants to go upwards. And we need to retest a couple important levels, and market needs to show strength when these tests gets done. We see now it's 12 hours, 15 minutes. See that Bitcoin is still in there where we left it. Past few hours we had a couple of flushes down, but still Coinbase is buying. And if Coinbase keeps buying and buying like it's doing since the last local low 52k, this is a good sign of continuation, even though the funding is positive and pretty high. But spot, this is spot premium. When it's red means that spot is leading. We are not in a zone like we were months ago when futures were leading. We were trying to break out the upper range with future driving, and also in here this was all future driven move. That's why the hard correction we had been experiencing for months. Now we are in a good environment, very good one. Spot is driving, OI is going higher. This could be better than this, but I explained before why it's not that important. This is it. So I don't like on a bullish environment to open shorts unless they are very, very quick shorts. So with Pepe, again, if you want to open a short, the invalidation is pretty easy, because you say you can enter also, let's say, market short. Invalidation is above the previous week, so let's say 0, all the zeros 12, and we target the fair value gap 0.88, 0.5088. This can be a short. RR would be this one, short position here. No. This would be something like this, and means you have risk reward, it's 1.65. For me, it's a no trade. I prefer to trade setups that has at least 2.5 risk reward. Otherwise, it's not enough profitable for my risk management. So, or you put a very tight stop loss with the risk of getting wicked out, or you need to want this going a lot lower, and I don't know if I can go that lower because it looks pretty strong, the coin. Then any other coin, guys, or question? Remember, I think was someone wanted to ask me something about risk management, maybe remember wrong. All right, yes, say, of course, say USD. So this is the chart I gave last time. Gonna widen a little bit this and this. So those were the order blocks I showed last time, and we were last time probably we were in here. Yes, there is this one on a lower time frame. There is this triangle. When this was probably one of the time I was saying about triangle season is back, and it was really back. So now we are inside our order block. We wicked up, we wicked down a little bit, we trade under the order block. There is quite a fair value gap that we created, and when was it? 24th September. And of course this is a no trade zone for me. When we are inside the order block, I can put potential scenarios for me could be keep going higher, retesting the order block, only the top part of the order block, and we can target this other order block. Or the other scenario can be that from now we keep retracing, we shoot down from the order block, retest in a bearish way the order block, and we can go and fill the fair value gap. Those are the two potential scenarios I can see, and the trigger could be that always retest, breakout, retest with show of strength in here, long, breakdown, retest with show of weakness or show of strength from bears in here, short it, and then just targeting the next order block. On a bigger point of view, we have this other order blocks, and as always, upside is always juicier than the downside. Not saying that not to short, but on a bullish environment, I prefer normally not to short unless are very specific and very good risk management calculated shorts. Like you will hear from me, guys, when we're gonna switch into a very bad bear market after the next blow of top, that I won't long that much because I don't like to long during a weakness, a bear market. Trend is your friend, and I really believe in that. So the downside, it's limited. Also, this is a very important concept to understand. Upside, sky's the limit. You don't know how high a coin can go. This is the weekly. It has already been at 113, 114, and sky is the limit. It can go $3, $5, $10. I don't know. I don't care because I don't make this kind of insane targets on coins that are pretty new and don't have price action at those levels. But technically, this can go wherever it wants. But the downside is always limited because it cannot go below zero. That's a very important concept to understand when shorting. So, or for like perma bears. So this is what I'm expecting, the two scenarios. I don't know what we're gonna get because I don't know. But those are the two I would expect in here to long it or here to short it if price action is gonna be like that. Probably here gonna wick down a little bit more to flash some longs. We're gonna retest it. This is gonna be a good short. But I repeat again, I don't like to short in bull markets. Then let's see other could say. Okay, any other request? Ordi. Okay, here I need to do a little bit of work first. So we see easy order blocking here, like this. Then we have the price action is useless. I'm on a daily basis. Then this is another order block. Comes also from there, maybe. Yes. Then we have this looks another order block. This looks another order block in here. Then we have this one here. It's another order block. Then what do we have? Higher ones in here. This is another order block. Then this is another order block, important one. And we have this another one. And then basically all-time high order block. So Ordi comes from 26 and did a plus 60%. So we can say it's quite extended already. Zooming in a little bit in here, we can see the fair value gap indicator gives us a fair value gap in here till 37. There is a minor fair value gap not completely filled in here around 32, but there is this order block. It already got rejected from this order block, and this is like the previous coin. This on a lower time frame. This was exactly the example I was saying before. Order block, get rejected in here. Okay, 7. Get rejected, goes in here, goes retesting the order block. This was a good short entry in here. Targeting 35, then 30, then 26. The 3 different take profits. Right now, risk reward, nothing. Don't touch order right now, because you don't know if you're gonna react going upwards again or going downwards. But it's exactly in the middle of the 2 order blocks. So it's no trading zone for me. What can happen in here is that now we keep going down. Probably here is gonna have some kind of reaction. This, something like this. Reaction, retest. On the second retest, it can be a good long towards again this zone. Is it enough for you, Roger? You want me to speculate a bit more? No problem. Anything else, guys? Okay, and then I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put this one on the chart for the ones that don't know how to position size. This is an automatic calculator. Let's say BTC in here. In here you can put the total capital of your portfolio. Let's say $1,000. The risk you wanna play a specific setup, and I put 1%. Then I don't know why this is not loading now. Because normally this loads a chart. Let me take some shit out then. Okay. Basically in here you guys can enter the setup. Let's say 62.6, it's a potential long. We have the stop, I don't know, this is just a setup with random numbers. 61 invalidation, and the exit it's targeting 68k, for example. So this automatically gives you a calculation on with a single entry of what should be the position size, assuming you have $1,000 portfolio, you want to risk 1%. So you're gonna use 10x leverage, or you're gonna use 100x leverage. This doesn't change that much situation, because you see position size is gonna be the same. This is the way where you don't care about leverage, how to calculate it. Because if you put margin $13, or you put $5 or $4 or $3.91, you're gonna have always the same risk reward in here, and always the same estimated PNL. It just changes slightly the amount of money you are borrowing, sliding all the way to 100x or to 1. Like this, you would have $391 using 1x of your margin used for this position. With 100x, it's just using $3.91. This is a very good calculator I put on the chat in here. So for the less experienced ones, it's good to make this kind of calculations before entering a setup, so you can respect a proper risk management. And in case we have DCA ranges, you need to, instead of, if you want to risk 1% capital, you put the first entry and you put, for example, like Fred calls when he has a big DCA range. Normally you should enter 10% of the risk. So if your risk is 1% per trade, 10% of that is 0.1% at the top of the DCA range. And you make your calculation. Then you want to enter maybe 20% of that risk on the first limit on the DCA, then 30%, and then the final 40% on the bottom of the DCA range. This way you're gonna have everything perfectly calculated, and you're gonna risk only what you decide to risk. And normally I advise personally that it's not a financial advice, of course, but my point of view is to use not more than 1% of the risk when you are starting trading, so you are not a pro or an expert, and also when setups are not A+. How to establish what an A+ setup? This is a whole long story. I'm not gonna deal with this today because it's gonna take 1 hour or 2 hours to understand the differences on how to grade a setup. But lately also Fred started saying this is not a A+ setup, so don't risk too much, like for the short or for the last long on BTC. He said so, and follow the guy because the guy is fucking good. And if we are all on his community, it's because I think we all believe in Fred, right? Any other question or something you guys want me to talk about? Maybe other coin, whatever. All right, so far nothing else. Then please guys, I'm gonna upload this BUBBA on my YouTube channel. Of course, please subscribe, like and comment. This is the only way you can support me, and it's totally free. You can ask questions in the comments. I read them, all of them. I read the VIP chat every day. And for anything, you can always contact me. No problem. As soon as possible, I will personally answer to each and every one of you. Thanks for joining, guys. And I'll see you on the next BUBBA, but I'll see you right now on the VIP chat.